Yes, it's working. All right.
All right.
We're back. Finally, a good podcast without the fucking losers.
Since those losers aren't there, we can finally get some good beer too. Today we have Faster Than Lager from Analog Brewing, a nice local, delicious brewery.
We're going local with it.
Yeah, brewed in Edmonton. And then we have Helion Lager from New Level Brewing, who did what was our beer called? Some kind of lime thing?
Was it Death Wish? Lime Lager?
Yeah, Death Wish.
Death Wish Lime Lager.
And then we had
pretty good.
Adam's Stag there at their brewery.
Yep, that was fun. So
was
these classy beers are courtesy of Shane, who
Oh, God.
hooked us up. He thought it was sad and pathetic that we were drinking light beers.
This
And
is
was
a light
like-
beer.
And was
Well,
like,
it's 4.5.
but it's like a craft beer. I think it's different. Like
It is. These are good.
They are good.
This Faster
These are
Than
one of my
Lagers?
favorite, actually.
Yeah,
Pretty nice. Let me try one of these.
I'd say that. We didn't have it for the taste test last time, but I
It would
guarantee
win,
it
for
would
sure.
win for sure.
Absolutely. But it's
For
4.5, so it's
freaking sure.
disqualified.
It's true. It's true.
So this is an Analog Brewing. What is this? What is it?
It's Faster Than Lager, bro.
Faster Than Lager. Galaxy hopped. Ooh, Galaxy. And it's 4%.
Oh,
this
there
is a
you go.
light.
This-
Look.
this- okay, well, shit.
We them light beer boys.
I didn't even realize that.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty good.
Nice. Fucking rolling. All right. So yeah.
Beer.
Pete is. He's got a new gig. He's doing some designs. Oh, fuck.
Roasted.
Bro, I watched that happen to you, and then I just fucking let it happen to me. Look at here.
Classic. Are
If
we
you're
allowed?
just listening, I just spilled beer all over the fucking place.
Is Pete allowed to say what his job is yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a pretty cool job.
It is a cool job. I am very jealous.
Yeah.
I was going to say muy.
Muy bueno. Good
Fun
thing you got
fact,
that Kleenex
Fun
there.
fact, these Kleenex are here from when I had COVID. Oh no, it was just a matter of time before I ruined this fucking tablecloth.
Okay, now there's little
Just disgusting shit.
another shit everywhere.
We're off to a rough start.
Shit everywhere. Shit on the windows. Shit on the walls.
Well, I mean, it wasn't going to stay nice forever, so it's fine.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was shit poured on it the first time we
Oh, yeah.
used this.
Look what happens. You open one craft beer,
One
and
craft
everything
light beer.
explodes.
Dan's frigged up. Oh, mama.
Oh, I just tried to drink out of it. It's not even really open.
Oh, really?
Fuck, man.
So how about that Kanye West on the
Oh,
Alex Jones thing?
Going in the Kanye West thing?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's
Get
hilarious.
this fucking thing out of here. Yeah. I didn't really watch
I
all of
watched
it.
the 10-minute supercut of like all the fucked up shit he said.
Yeah.
Just dropping the his love for Big H Dog up in the sky.
Dude, that's fucked. Okay, so with that, I watched on Netflix. I watched the movie All Is Quiet on the Western Front, or All's Quiet on the Western Front. Holy shit, dude! That was an intense fucking movie. Any war movie is like super intense, but it's like,
I'll have to check it out. That's a World War One.
yeah,
right?
it is sick, filmed masterfully. But yeah, so it's like about Germany fighting France.
Those Frenchy boys.
Fighting the French on the German-France border,
Yep.
and I guess that like fighting happened like within like a few kilometers. Like it just the entire war, it was like they would fight this way, and then they would fight back, and then it would be like back and forth.
Idiots.
And so this movie is about like when they, it's like new recruits towards the end of the war. So
Oh,
they're
that
like
would
just
suck.
they're just like fuck it, let's get like the 15-year-olds in here.
Yeah.
And shit.
We
So
killed everybody else.
yeah, everybody
We need
else
the
is dead.
15-year-olds.
So we need the fucking youngest people we can find.
Get the kids in there.
And so like right at the start, it's like so sad because they're just like, oh, we're gonna like, we're gonna help the fucking German homeland. What was it? World War One. What was what was going on in Germany? It wasn't Nazis.
No, that was World War II.
So World War One was just what? That was just Germany being. They were just pissed. They were just mad, right?
You had your Well, what was it? The Austria-Hungary
Yeah.
or whatever, and like Serbia, and I can't remember all the. But you have like the Western nations, so like, well, I guess they're all pretty Western, but Western Europe. So you got like France, UK, whatnot, and they're all on one side, and then you got the what was it? Central Powers? What was that? Was that
I can't
what it was
remember.
called? Fuck, man, I need
That's been a long
I need
time.
a refresher. And then I think it was like it was pretty similar to World War II, the teams, and then so you had like UK, France, and Russia on one team, and then you had the jerks in the middle. And I think it was just like a bunch of different countries had a bunch of different alliances, and then some motherfucker decided to assassinate some other motherfucker.
Franz
and then it's
Ferdinand.
like, all right, I'm declaring
Was
war
that
on you.
Franz?
Yeah, that's your boy Franz. And then 100 years later, he was resurrected and turned himself into a sick band.
Oh, yeah,
Hipster
that's
band.
true. It's Franz Ferdinand, the band.
Yeah.
Um,
And then they're all just like, well, if you're getting into a fight, I'm getting into a fight too, brother. Let's go. It's basically a bar fight.
yeah, a bar fight.
Bar fight. The bar fight.
Yeah, man. And then like watching that movie, it just made me feel like such a fucking loser. I'm just like, man, the worst thing that's, there hasn't been any like really crazy bad things. Like I've never been like physically injured in a mortal way. Or
I mean, my appendix exploded.
yeah, that's similar. But I mean, like, I've never had to do anything even remotely as extreme as like go into battle and shoot at someone.
Kill some
That's
motherfuckers?
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Especially back then, like they were using mustard gas and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, oh, don't forget your fucking gas mask.
Yeah, no shit. That would suck.
And then,
I've heard it's a terrible way to die because your like lungs just disintegrate.
bro, what kind of shit is that, dude? It wasn't that long ago. The last
Yeah.
war was like 80 years ago or something. Like,
World War II?
yeah.
WW2?
Yeah. So it's like, man, that wasn't that long ago.
No. There's still people around that fought in it.
Yeah, that's insane. So it's like, I don't know. You see shit like Kanye West talking about loving Big H or whatever. And it's just like, bro, shut the fuck up. What are you saying, dude? Like, do you like it's like, man, you just like are a musician, and then your music was good enough to give you like this sort of platform, and then you turn into a fucking maniac. And it's like, dude, just watch like one movie about it. It's like, this shit isn't even like hyperbole. It's like, just this is what happened in the war. It was like, yeah, you had to like crawl around in the mud and barbed wire and hope that a fucking mortar didn't just hit you and blow you in half. Like,
Or
the
a cloud of poison gas rolls
just
over
come
you.
and dissolve your lungs.
Yes,
It's like, bro, shut the hell up, dude. Come on, man.
Oh, it's crazy too because Kanye West is like in that crazy getup. He's wearing like that fucked up mask.
Bro, it's like dude's clearly having a mental meltdown.
And then you've gone crazy when Alex Jones is the voice of reason.
yeah, he's like, bro, are you sure you want to say this?
He's
shit?
like, I think Hitler was a bad guy. And Kanye's like, but I love Hitler. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I did. Someone told me that it was slightly out of context in terms of like he was.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
He
Now
was
I kind of
saying,
want to.
He was saying that God loves everyone, or like
Yeah.
God forgives everybody. So in that respect, he was like, and then I mean, I love all these evil people too because God loves them, and it's just like, once again, you're saying something that you don't need to say. Like, that's just stupid. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's like saying like, communism works in theory. It's like what? Yeah, it's like, yeah, but it never works. The fuck are you talking about? Anyways,
We need to start talking about dicks.
yeah, we haven't talked about
Farts?
No,
Hemorrhoids?
no. Let's keep it fucking.
Okay, this is going to be a
This
philosophical
is going to be
podcast.
philosophical.
Fill up socks.
With
bicycles.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie, like halfway through, I was just like, man, I really got to get my shit together. I got to stop complaining about shit. I'm like, fuck, I got to like, lately I've been,
I should exercise and eat
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Shit.
so yeah, lately I've been on the iPhone.
On the iPhone.
The new update, you can make a new background for your like home screen, like your lock screen.
Okay.
So I changed mine to like a schedule for like the days that I have off, so that I get shit finished, and it's working really, really well.
Oh, nice. So it's just like a calendar, sort of.
I'll show you. Just looks like this,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
right? So it's just, I mean, I just took a screenshot of my.
Oh, so it's just a JPEG. It doesn't like
Yeah,
automatically
no,
update.
no.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
See, I thought that was
that
like
would be
some
very cool. But
primo shit.
that's next on Apple's list.
That's next update.
But I mean, man, because I watched this like video about a guy who was talking about like a dopamine detox type thing, and then he was just saying like, yeah, that shit doesn't really work very well. I mean, I've done that shit before, kind of where I was like, I put a password on my on certain apps and stuff because it's like, man, you look at your screen time and you're just like, the fuck, man, I was on Instagram for how many hours, dude?
Yeah.
What?
I got a dopamine detox. Sit in a plane or a fucking van.
Yeah.
And just like, okay, well, my phone's dead. I'm out of Wi-Fi.
There's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's just like, fuck, I'll just look out the window for 8 hours.
Like an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna readjust my dopamine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so they were saying like a really good way to sort of fix that is to make a schedule. Like you basically make a schedule that's like your ideal day. Like what can you do?
Okay.
Like so it's
Ideal
like
day.
if my day was perfect and I hit all of these things, like
What's your ideal day look like?
well, I wake up, I feed the dog,
At what time though?
6:30.
You wake up at 6:30.
6:30.
Woo, hell no.
Come down, feed the dog. Then I come down. No, okay, it's pretty specific. Feed the dog, drink water, let the
Ooh,
dog
okay,
out.
Okay.
Come downstairs, do some chin ups.
Nice.
Go back upstairs, take a shower, get ready, get dressed, and then around like 7:00, start to like tidy up a little bit, like shit, dishwasher, maybe some laundry type shit. Like from 7 till 8, I'm doing that type of thing. When it's in a perfect world, when it's not minus 30, I would also walk the dog in the
Yeah.
morning. But it's been too fucking cold. And
Okay.
then so
Didn't explode?
8:00, Janine and I have coffee and just sit around
Coffee.
before she goes to work. Yeah. And then 8:30, this is a good one for me.
This is good
Vocalization warm up.
Ooh.
So I'm doing like I got a bunch of YouTube videos. I'm going through scales and shit like that. Which has actually been great because then what comes next is working on music from like 9 to 12.
Nice.
So work on demos, work on, singing lyric ideas, writing lyrics and stuff like that. And then 12:00, have some lunch. Then like 12:31.
What's your ideal lunch?
Today I had chicken and rice.
Nice.
Dude, trying to get healthy. It's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I've been eating like just rice and like tuna or rice and chicken or whatever, healthy shit.
I'm on the quinoa and what is it? Tilapia from Costco.
Nice.
And yesterday, I thought I had tilapia, so I put the quinoa in the cooker. I didn't have any food and I didn't have a car. And it was also like minus fucking 40.
Boo. Yeah.
Put the quinoa in, go into my freezer to grab the tilapia, like the fish. Nothing in the bag. I'm just like, no, I have no food, no. So I just had like a quarter cup of quinoa, and that's all I ate. And I was like, fuck.
Sadness.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
Brutal. Yeah. And then so after lunch, then I try and work. I've been trying to do like band, more business related stuff, like sort of more task stuff. So like lately it's been like packing orders and working on the editing the podcast
The pod.
and then like so I'm trying to get better at doing social media. Do you see the one I put up there today? Dude, it's so fucking funny. I want to do more of those dumb fucking like I think it's funny to like take themes, like like video themes that are happening or whatever, and just put our fucking dumb podcast in there. And shit. So funny.
Here's the Striker AI podcast. Here's what we look like as art.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Wait, you guys will see it. I made an ad for our
Ooh.
Patreon that
Nice.
has AI art.
Ooh. Don't you have to like pay money for that?
No, man. Well,
Oh, it's free?
You can, but it depends what you do. There's a thing called Disco Diffusion, which is
Okay.
just like it's just like a script that runs in Chrome.
Oh,
And you can just go on there, and that one's a little more like you have to get into the guts of it and fuck around. It's not like streamlined like this other one Brendan showed me. Was you go onto a Discord server and you just use like a / image prompt,
yeah.
and then it spits it out, but you only get like 20, and then you have to pay for it. But that one, holy fuck, did it ever make good shit? I was
Yeah.
like, God damn, this thing is insane.
Dripping
worth-
butthole.
It would be worth paying for because like there's so much.
Album artwork. Let's go.
Yeah, like I mean, I'd almost feel bad doing that, but like, but as far as just like random shit to like just post because it's
Yeah.
cool or whatever, it's like AI visualized topics for the podcast.
The death of art.
Yeah,
Well, it was interesting because I saw, or rather, I read on Reddit, classic, because I doom scroll 24/7. But there was a guy, and he was talking about. Well, I guess this is probably a larger discussion. I've seen a bunch of different articles on it in the past couple of years, but it's AI generated music, and so there is already a Spotify artist. There's probably a lot more now because I think I probably read this like the beginning of COVID or something, and it's an AI generated music, and it just is like constantly posting. It does like an hour playlist a day or something,
it's
and it's just it's sort of like ambient music. So there's no vocals or
yeah,
anything in it.
yeah.
So this was a couple years ago, but I'm sure that there's like a whole bunch of advancements in that field where it's probably a lot better. And then I also remember that there was this other guy. I think it was 2 guys. It might even be the same guys that made the thing that posts on Spotify every day.
Yeah.
But it's they were like pissed off at labels or something. I don't remember if it's the same people, but it was 2 guys
pissed off at
Yeah.
a record label.
They were pissed
What?
off at record labels because they felt that they were like copyright trolling and trying to like copyright like chord progressions and shit. And like, no, fuck you. You can't copyright like a beat or
Yeah.
chord progression. So they wrote a script, and then it did every iteration of every chord change, every tempo, every rhythm, like all this different stuff.
Like
And
a
then they
million
published
songs.
it. Yeah. And they just put it up on Spotify and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
We did it first. We have every single
We did every combination.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah, and
hilarious.
it's like, fuck you.
Suck it, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, well, actually, now that I think about it, that bot that publishes music, I think it has a record deal. So the bot, well, I mean, technically the person who owns the bot has a record deal with, I think it's like Universal. It's one of the major labels. It's like a bigger label, but the bot has a record deal.
Because it's just like
It just
a
posts like
shotgun of music.
Yeah.
Just, it's gonna hit somewhere. Someone's gonna start
listen
listening to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like with the art stuff. I mean, a lot of that art stuff looks really good, and it's all over Instagram. Like this last couple weeks. I mean, it all looks good. It's like, wow, that's good art, bro.
This isn't good podcasting, but here, let me find it.
Okay, we're taking a detour.
Downloads. How do I get to this thing here? So how do I get to?
Hang on a second here, boys.
Which side is it on? This side.
XR. All right, well, Dan's talking about his downloads. I'm going to talk about my uploads.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, Dan lost his shit.
There we go.
Recent files.
Dude, look at this.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Dude, look. Here, hang on. I'll open all of these.
That's awesome.
Okay. Go on a detour here. I'll take the mic here. All right, so
So are these ones that you prompted?
dude, these are just shit that I prompted. Dude, look at this.
That's pretty
I'll
cool.
post these on the thing here, on the pod when we do it. But like, look at this shit, man. So, you know, I don't know
What was the prompt for
I
that?
can't remember. It was like Geiger City fucking black metal or something like. Look at this shit, dude. A computer
pretty
just
sick.
made that.
That could
This-
totally
look
be.
at this one.
That is pretty sick.
Dude,
It's
they're
like a
all badass. This is so like the way this one works is you can ask it to do 4 for you.
Okay.
And then it gives you the option to upscale one of them. So I like upscaled a few from this one. More sick shit. That one's not as
I
good
want a
quality.
hot babe with a bunch of beer and a dragon.
Yeah, it's a beer fairy with the dragon. Dude, look at this shit.
That's totally dope, actually.
Like, what? Dude, it's crazy. And this is the one I turned into the ad. It just looks badass, bro. It's so great. Look at this.
That is pretty sick. That's like some Warhammer
And
shit.
then it does other types of shit. Like I did a different art style for this. All of that looks cool as fuck.
That is cool.
Dude, look at
That's
this
super
one.
cool.
Boom.
Sick.
Insane.
Giant robot?
It's like,
Sick.
man, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, artists. Because all that shit looks insane. Like, I mean, artists are going to have to start coming up with new styles.
Yeah. Well, I guess now really the art is in the programming. So some guy had, some
Dude,
person
we have to
came up.
redefine art
Yeah.
as programming.
Yeah.
Oh, Leela Cam.
Leela Cam! Hi, Leela. You trying to...
I
lick
wish
my feet?
I wish we could get a little seat for the dog and she could be up here. That'd be
Bark,
great. She
bark.
would never do it. But yeah, I don't know. Like the AI art stuff is pretty cool. But I've already seen some artists being like
Yo, fuck this
very
shit.
salty about it. Which, I mean,
Hey, man, it's the beginning of the future where
I guess.
AI takes over all the jobs and then everybody has universal income and nobody has to work.
no jobs. That is dope. No jobs.
Or-
AI feed me.
Yeah. Or AI takes all the jobs and then nobody gets universal income and then Elon Musk has all the money.
Yeah, and he takes off to Mars.
Yeah, he takes off to Mars.
Breakaway civilization. Right back to Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean,
that's probably more likely than universal basic income.
yeah.
Elon Musk takes all the imaginary money and just fucks off to Mars.
Yeah. And then we just start again.
That's true.
Re-up. I mean, the whole thing's a simulation anyway, so you just start again at 0.
Yeah, hit the reset.
We just go right back up.
Okay, I'm back to being a dinosaur. This is sick.
Yeah, I've been reincarnated again in the simulation as a fucking wombat in the fucking, like an ancient wombat. And
Hey,
I have
man,
to
that might be
scurry
sick.
around and not get killed by a fucking Tyrannosaurus.
That sounds dope. That might be fun. What if you're like a little shit disturber wombat and you like run up to the T-Rex and bite its toe and then like run off? And that's your excitement for the day? That's your dopamine detox?
I did have a question here
Ooh.
from a fan.
To interject, I did watch the Centurion podcast today
Yeah.
and I was surprised that there was no comments, especially considering that I think it's within the first 5 shots. Like I burp and then you can see the foam come out my mouth and like, ooh. You can see the
Yeah, it's because the Centurion one's on the pod or on the Patreon.
page, yeah.
only,
I would have
there's
expected
only
it.
a small few people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's comments on some of the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting more. People are getting more into it. This is from Chris Ford. Question for the pod. Been on a Pantera kick. Where does Pantera and Dimebag rank in the Striker Book of Shred?
Pretty high.
In the upper echelons, I would say.
Yeah. I can tell a fun story about Pantera.
Yeah. Do it.
Not that I did meet Vinnie Paul twice. And by Vinnie Paul meeting, I don't really mean meet. But anyways,
saw from a distance.
I saw from very close.
from on high.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess my 2 Pantera stories are I used to do like a tribute act thing with former guitar player Ace from Striker and also Magnus, the OG drummer.
OG.
And what we would do is we'd do like a full album of whatever band, and then we'd also do like a greatest hit set. And so one of them was Pantera, and we did what the hell is it? The one after Cowboys from Hell.
Oh, vulgar display.
Yeah.
Vulgar
We did
display
Vulgar
of power.
Display of Power.
Yeah.
So we did the whole album plus like greatest hits, and it's just like for me, Pantera was like I really like the hair metal stuff.
Yeah.
And then I really like Cowboys from Hell. Vulgar Display of Power is pretty cool, but it started to get a little like sludgy.
Yeah.
and then like slowly
We were pure. We were into
Yeah.
the pure metal at the time. This
Yeah.
newer stuff was a little too.
yeah.
Uh,
And then, but anyways, yeah, like, so I got to learn all that stuff. I'm like, damn, this is like some sick shit. So they have like a ton of sick riffs, and it's really cool because like Dimebag is like, he was probably like the last great shred monster before like, I'd say like a new crop in like sort of the
What a
2000s or
crop.
2010s when shredding became cool again.
yeah, when Alexei Leho came and
Yeah.
saved the world.
Yeah, Alexei Leho. So that's my story. And then the other Vinnie Paul stories I have are I was in Vegas recording an album, and our producer knew him, and we went to go see Steel Panther, and
Sick.
Vinnie Paul
You
just
boys.
happened to be there, and he was sitting right in front of us in like the, I don't know what you call it, bottle service area. And then Vinnie Paul bought like everybody that the producer was with shots of Jaeger, and I was like, sick, Vinnie Paul dropped me a
Yo,
shit. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't talk to him or anything.
Yeah, but by proxy,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
we're best friends with him.
Yeah, Vinnie Paul bought me a shot. And then my other Vinnie Paul story is I think I was at Download like 10 years ago. I think it was Download. And they had like I think it was a Marshall amps like in the artist area, in the artist village. They had like a Marshall. It was either Marshall or maybe it was like Fender or something. I don't remember. But anyways, it they had like a mobile home unit or whatever.
Yeah,
Like where you would
like an RV or something. Like,
not quite an RV, but you know, like the giant like cube, not a
the
cube.
fuck are you talking about, bro?
It's like a little mobile house unit. It's like a mobile office or whatever.
Okay,
And then
yeah,
they have it filled
sure.
with like guitars and shit.
Okay, cool.
And then so I'm just like playing guitar, and then because you could see out, and like it was sort of opened. And so I'm like playing guitar, and then I saw like Vinnie Paul walking by, and this was right around when I did the Live Ship Binge of Purge.
Yeah.
And so I just started playing Power Metal by Pantera, and he just like walked by. He didn't even look.
No, dude, that sucks. I was like, oh, did he fucking?
No, he,
He came over and was like, "You're the coolest guy I've ever
Yeah.
met in my whole fucking
Yeah.
life, bro."
that song doesn't exist. Fuck you.
dude, lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's my Vinnie Paul story. Woo!
So I think people would be surprised to know how much of an influence early, like the first 4 albums of Pantera, which, you know, I think most people who watch this podcast probably know that the first 4 that were
Are they on Spotify, those first 4?
they're only on YouTube.
Yes, tubes.
They're officially banned from existing. But yeah, the first 4 before Cowboys from Hell are like 2 straight up like hair metal like hair metal albums, and then 1 sort of getting a little bit more like classic heavy metal. That's Projects in the Jungle, and then power metal is just like
That's a dope album.
this crossover. Like it's just like such a perfect mix of things. It's like it's not power metal at all. It's like the original power metal.
Yeah.
I think I talked about that before. It's like, oh, this is real power metal. It's not that flower metal, you know.
Fucking
Flowers, dude, fuck flowers. But yeah, so like it was a perfect mix for me of like everything I liked. It was like total like attitude shit. Like it was
Tough
there's
guy
such
shit.
fucking punks. Then they were like super shredding. The riffs were insane. The solos were fucked up.
Yeah, it's dope.
And then the way they looked was like fucking hilarious. They had like, you know, it was like perfect, man. It was like everything I like about hair metal and speed metal and heavy metal mixed into one. And then Phil Anselmo still having like the crazy
Yeah.
highs.
He could still do the high shit.
Yeah.
It was
Well, that
dope.
was like his first album with them.
Yeah.
So, and he fucking annihilated. And like his singing style on that, especially like the high notes that he did, was like a big influence in very early Striker, like Road Warrior,
Dope.
Eyes in the Night. There's like some,
Pure metal.
yeah. There's a line where he says incapacitation and he hits like a high note in it. And I was like forever trying to like copy that. Incapacitation! Dude, it's so good. If you haven't heard Power Metal by Pantera, do yourself a favor and like get on board with that.
Check it out.
So goddamn good. Yeah. And then Dimebag solos are like fucking wild.
Yeah, they're dope. They're all like really well made.
Yeah. He's just like, it's funny because I remember not really realizing how good of a guitar player he was for some reason, because he was like more like a riff guy. And then I was like, wait a minute, all of these solos are fucking insane.
He's a shred monster. Well, I think there was a YouTube video. I think you probably showed Adam, and then Adam probably showed me. Or maybe you just showed me. I think it was called like Web of Hair or something.
Oh, yeah. He's got all the old shit.
Yeah. It's like them live in Texas or something. And it's just like shredding live. And it's like, I don't think they were opening for anybody. I think they were just like playing a headline set or something.
Is that like old, or was that like power metal era?
I think that was power metal era.
So like Anselmo, no shirt, bullet belt, leather pants.
Yeah. Because there was definitely Phil Anselmo in it.
Yeah. Nice.
I was like, man, this is sick. And Dimebag was Diamond Daryl still. And he was like a little guitar twink. Just a little, guy. Yeah.
Before he got into the beers. Like we all do. You know who reminds me a lot of that era is the singer for Riot City.
There you go.
He's got some pipes. Shout out our boy.
So in 20 years, that guy's going to shave his head and
he's
be friends
like,
with Kanye.
He's gonna be like, wow, power. Hopefully not. But yeah, shout out to Riot City. They got a great album that came out. Fucking insane shredding.
Shred Monsters.
Yeah, vocals are nuts. You know what's funny, man? I was like watching their. They have like, I think it was new wave of traditional heavy metal albums or whatever. Yeah. Maybe it was their own. They put it out. I can't remember. But anyways, on YouTube, you go through like the comments, and the dude is like killing the vocals.
I think you showed us that one song.
Yeah, shredding on tour. So hard. And then people are just like, I kind of like the other singer and whatever. And it's like Kale. And he like didn't, I think he just was like, fuck, man, singing and playing guitar sucks.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Fuck this, dude. So, I don't know. But yeah, like it's so funny because I had that same experience when we played that festival, Metal Assault Festival. That was like the first one.
Oh, school.
We did. And in Europe. And
I like Road Warrior better.
Yeah, dude, it was on Eyes in the Night. It's like literally, I don't know how to sing. I've just been doing it for like, a couple years, and I'm just like doing my thing, like trying to figure it out. And
bark.
Yeah, like a guy came up to me after that set and was like, "Hey man, like great set, but I really like the way you sang the EP versus Eyes in the Night." And I was
Shut
like,
the fuck up,
I was
nerd.
like,
maybe
bro,
you should sing it.
I was like, bro, like I couldn't even sing on the first one. I was just like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, we were just jamming, and then eventually it was like time to record an album, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just try my best or whatever, like,
just having fun.
Yeah, but it's just like so funny. Like, man, why? Fans out there, why do you feel compelled to tell me that? Like, I don't fucking. First of all, yeah, I'm still talking about it 10 years later, but it's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's
Core
not going to
memory
change.
unlocked.
I'm going to be like, oh man, I got to like make sure I go back to when I didn't know how to sing and I was like younger. So my, like the shape of my skull was probably different at the time.
Yeah. I remember I played like in my first band, Six Gun. I remember I was probably, I don't know, like 19 or something. And we went down and played in Stettler. Stettler is just like a small buttfuck nowhere town in Alberta. And we went and played at like a bar for like $100 or whatever. And there was like, I don't know, just barflies there, like 10 people, just like the farmers in the area who needed to get drunk that night. And then like at the end of the night, I'm like packing up, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, that was pretty good. I think you're like an okay singer, but there's no way that you'd ever be a lead singer. You're just not very good. And I was like, okay, first of all, what the fuck? Like, why are you telling me this? Fuck you, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, thanks, you fuck.
Yeah, thanks, you fucking fucker. And then he's like,
core memory unlocked.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, you might be okay as like a harmony singer or a backup singer. I'm like, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And he's just like this chud in Stettler. And then he's like, no, trust me. I'm a really important, like, I can't remember what he said. He's like, yeah, no, I'm in a really big band or something. I was like, yeah, fucking right.
Of course.
That's why you're in Stettler, bro. Coming to see my show?
Yeah.
You're clearly an idiot.
Man, that's so funny, dude. I've had like lots of shit like that. I remember a guy came up to me after a show we played way like super early on, and I think he was in the band Emerald, I think, and he came up and he's like talking about my singing. He's like, "You're good, but you're not that good," and I was like, "What?" It's like, bro, I'm just like out here trying to have fun, play music, like do my thing. It's like
I'm just trying to get
it's
drunk
like,
tonight, boy.
It's like, man, I'm not like a fucking NHL player.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not like an overhyped fucking.
I ain't getting paid for this, bro.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I'm literally losing money being here, having fun, and you're like, hey, like you're good, but you're not that good. And I'm just
shut
like,
up, idiot.
are you trying to help me in some way by telling me that? Like,
Is there some constructive criticism involved in this, or are you just going to tell me I suck?
I should just start fighting people who talk shit. I should just start grabbing them and be like, shut the fuck up. Like, it would be so funny to just be like, you think it's a game? Just grab them and just fucking, ugh.
Where's your constructive
Next
criticism?
motherfucker who says some dumb shit like that to me, you're getting fucked up. Just like
Fuckers.
headbutt a dude. He's like, hey, yeah, that was pretty good, but not that good. And then just fucking headbutt him. Like, fuck
Bonk.
you. Talk shit, get hit, you idiot.
Oh, man, talking shit, that's like the most important part of being in a band.
It's true, it is. If I was to get hit for all the times I talk shit, I'd be definitely dead, dude.
Yeah, I'd be super dead.
I'd have very bad CTE or whatever that's called.
Oh, it'd be like you played 10 years in the
Play-Doh
NFL.
brain. Yeah.
Donk. I read on Reddit today that it was like 90-something% of old NFL players, or like players in the last, I don't know, 10 years or something, that have died. They all had the brain injury or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, that's fucked up. I wonder if that probably also translates to hockey, because there's a lot of hits.
Yeah, it's not as bad, though, I don't think. I mean, I think like even like boxing is better for your brain, because you don't box like every night for like fucking, or like a couple times a week for however long the season is, and get just bopped every time.
Bonk, bonk.
And like, man, nothing is worse than like, I mean, it happens a lot. Like usually when people get knocked out really hard, it's like they hit the ground and then their head goes like it like whips into the ground and that knocks you all cold. And your brain's just. I remember I saw there was a guy who had like it was like a fake skull cut, and then like a brain, but it was like
a sexy brain.
Whatever, like not a real brain, but like a gelatin brain that's supposed to simulate a real brain. Like it's supposed to be
ballistics gel
yeah,
brain.
that kind of thing. And they
Fleshlight brain.
Did you just like slap the forehead of it pretty hard?
Yeah.
And the brain's just like bleh, bleh, bleh. It's like, man, your brain is like
shit, my neurons.
it is really not supposed to get fucking hit by anything. Like at what point in the wild, other than like if you fell down a cliff or something, would you get a brain injury? Like there's nothing
all the time. Just getting knocked out.
Just, I guess you could like hit
Ow.
you walk into a branch or something, but it's like I don't know. Man, it's
Whoops, I
your
fell
brain
down a
is
cliff.
like pretty
Bonk.
fragile actually. So
Yeah.
I was
That's
watching
why Dave Arnold can't speak English.
roasted. I was also watching the what is it? You fucking crushed 2 already?
This is my dinner.
Oh, I haven't even had.
I ate breakfast, and that was it.
Patreon episode is going to be crazy.
You know, I'm going to have to say, I think I like the Analog Brewing better.
It is. This is really good.
Jono bought me Analog Brewing for my birthday. I guess that was right after he joined or something.
Yep.
And he got me the one, there was like a guy with a mullet on it. I can't remember what beer it is, but it was so good. And I was like, damn, this beer is really good.
Yeah, they are good.
I haven't
They're
had
not
a
too
bad
far
one
away. They're
yet.
on the West End.
I've never been there. I just drank their beers every once in a while. This is probably the best light beer. Shout out to Analog Brewing. Faster than lager. This is the best light beer I've ever had, easily.
This one is,
And this one is probably second best. It's also very good.
This is really good because I think it's the hops. It's
Maybe.
because
Of the Galaxy
It's got the
hops.
Galaxy hops in it. This one, you definitely get a little bit more like malty.
Yeah, I agree.
It probably doesn't even have malts in it, but
Schmaltz.
water barley. Maybe it's the barley.
I mean, I do like the
Must be the barley.
the art on this one.
It is cool.
Helian Lager. Also, shout out.
Hellion?
I don't know.
Hellion, for sure.
I don't know. Shout out to, okay, is it Hellion or Helion Prime? Because they have Helion or Hellion Lime. I took a picture of it at Adam's Stag. That's like their new beer.
Yeah, that's the Striker one, but it's just
Oh, okay, they
rebranded
changed it.
because they just because that was part of the Vox and Hops thing. But it's like the beer's so good, you got to make it anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember I took a picture of it and I was gonna send it to Jason from Helion Prime,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, I just got drunk and didn't do it. I was like, bro, you got a beer.
isn't theirs with one L?
Yeah, they only have one L just to confuse people.
That's Helion, and this is Hellion.
And then there's little Hellions or Helions,
It's Hellions.
Which
It's got to
is-
be Hellions.
which is the video game that we did some music for
Yeah.
that I don't think has been released.
Not yet. Really? That's been a long time.
I don't know.
guess I don't know how long it takes to get. It might be on Steam or something.
I don't know. It was supposed to come out on Switch.
Oh.
Fun fact. And then I remember the guy called me. Fuck, I don't remember what show that was, but there was a show, and he's like, "Hey man, want to come to the show? I got like box seats or something." I was like, "Oh shit, I'd love to go, but I'm busy." Thanks for the call, bro.
Damn.
Cool dudes. Shout out to little Helions.
Little
No one
Hellions.
knows.
I think it's Little Hellions.
I don't know. It's like Smash Bros, but you can switch positions with the other player.
Yeah, you can like turn into the other character or whatever
Yeah,
because they're all like the same. It seems like a cool game.
I did play.
It seems like the kind of game
I
that you
played
would
the
lose.
alpha, I guess you would say.
You would lose friends playing. Fuck you. Which is the best kind of game. That was like
Warzone. Fuck
dude, nah, not even, dude.
Only
we used
thing
to
that
play-
kept me sane.
We used to
over-
play co-op NFL Street, and you would play like against each other. Like one team could play on D and one, like an NFL game.
Play that D,
But
baby.
dude, it was so funny because you could do the dumbest shit. Like you jump. It was like in like a 30 like chain link fence. You could jump off the fence and shit like that, dude. And it was so much fun. And we got so mad at each other because it's like the fighting game where you can do the same attack
Oh,
over
yeah,
and over
yeah,
and over
yeah.
and just win. And you're just like, "Ah!"
That's so fucking cheap. Fuck
like
you.
playing Adam in fucking Smash Bros. Bro, rage.
I used to be really good at the N64 Smash Bros, and I was always Pikachu. And then I think they toned down Pikachu.
They're like, yo, he can't be that.
I just Thunder all
Can't
the
be
time.
that.
Pika!
Okay, Thunder. Yeah, sick. That's a great game.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Smash Bros. All right.
Shout out to the squad. I should take a look at the past episodes and just make sure I haven't missed any comments here.
We did meet someone at a local brewery who was a Patreon fan. And
Oh.
don't you remember that at Asymmetrical?
I do. I didn't know they were Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were like, yeah, you answered my question about what dinosaur you wanted to be.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah. So
Shout out.
apparently I wasn't there for that episode, but
Shout
I did answer in person that
Dude,
I
and
wanted to be a crocodile because they're still around.
oh, I guess, yeah. Pretty good. It's funny because I saw you talking to her and I was like, oh, cool. Striker fan. I didn't realize. Sorry. Next time I'll say hello.
Next time
You'll
we're
never
getting
see me again.
drunk at Asymmetrical Brewing,
Yeah. Had
which
a couple
will
brewskis.
probably will happen often because it's
All right.
yeah.
What do we got here?
One question she did pose was like, how did you meet your girlfriends? We're like, you should talk more about your personal lives. So it's like, well, let me tell you about my hemorrhoids.
Like in person she said that?
Yeah.
Oh. You guys want to hear about our personal lives? Or if you want to hear about our girlfriends? Wouldn't you like to know? There's lots of comments on here. Like some of them are just like reacting to the just to the video. So it's like comments. If you guys want us to answer questions, just put it in the form of a question and
Yes.
then we'll add, because it's
In
like
the form of a question.
some of them are like just comments on like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, which
Nice
I
dick.
read, and sometimes I forget to respond to. But don't worry, guys, I am reading them.
Reading is fun.
I'm getting them into my brain. Personal lives, no. Keep watching, and maybe you'll find out more.
Watch the Patreon. You can hear about more about how I was born.
I met my girlfriend at a bar.
Nice.
So we met after recording gang vocals for Eyes in the Night. We had like a gang vocal session that was heavily influenced by Coors Light. And then,
Classic.
And then Chris had a friend who was having a birthday party at a bar, and then that's where we met.
Fun. What bar was that?
That was, what was it called? That one.
I don't know.
Fuck. We used to play there all the time. It was on Stony Plain Road.
Oh yeah, the one that got shut down.
What the fuck was it called?
He's got his guitar stolen,
Yep.
and the guy owned some other bar.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. You had the Eyes in the Night release there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called now.
Fucking shitty, mate.
It's been too long. Someone knows. I don't know. I can't remember. I should know. Haven. The Haven. That's what it is.
Haven.
It was at the Haven. Anyways, there you go. Fun fact. That's all you're going to get out of me for a personal life. Now we're just going to talk about farts.
Let's talk about farts. Let's go. Beer, I think, makes me fart less.
It sounds unlikely.
I was farting hard today. Farting hard.
Yeah,
I was eating some vegetarian
speaking
food.
of personal life shit, I got some all brand buds.
Ooh, welcome to the team.
Y'all get on
pal.
that. Y'all
Welcome
get
to
on
the
that
team.
fiber.
You got the Metamucil?
No, I don't fuck with the metal mucil.
Have I told my Metamucil joke
No.
on air here? Okay. Here's my Metamucil joke. I came up with this myself. Why do clowns like Metamucil?
What?
Because it's full of psyllium. Psyllium fiber. Woo.
Wow.
They're silly. Clowns are silly.
Pete.
Yeah, I know,
Pete.
right?
That's on some Pete level shit.
Pete, woo. I think
Lord have mercy.
that's basically the only joke I've come up with myself.
Yeah, I can't think
Have
of
you
any.
come up with an original joke? I think Pete's the only one that I know of that's come up with like an actual original joke.
I don't think so. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I'm mostly just like a reactionary person.
Yeah.
Someone will say something and
More
I'll
of an
just
improv.
immediately roast them.
More of an improv kind
Yeah.
of guy.
Nice fucking face, idiot.
Yeah, man. Hey. I'm still hung up on that people want to know more about our personal lives.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, are we becoming celebrities slowly?
Yeah, I think so. We have had 2 beers named after us.
It's true. We're getting there. Just wait till the new album comes out.
Yeah, then we'll have a third.
Then you guys will be glad that you got locked in at the lowest tier of Patreon so that you can get all the juicy insights. Let's do a quick ad read for our own Patreon. Right now, it's just bonus episodes of it's like the second half of the podcast where things are,
After
we
we've
get a little
consumed the
more
beers.
casual because it's not, it's behind a paywall. So, everything we say can't be used against us, right? Right? That's how that works. But we will be recording a new album. There will be perks. There's going to be some perks. I'm talking get your hands on the songs before everybody else.
Ooh.
Get behind the scenes shit before everybody else gets it. All kinds of stuff, man. You're going to want to see
Maybe
this.
some live footy from cool festivals that give us footage that we may or may not have in our possession.
We may or may not have on thumb drives that are sitting over here slowly turning into dust. Yeah, there'll be some interesting stuff on the Patreon. So
you can see
sign up.
CT scans. We'll get a CT
Before
scan,
and
like a
after.
brain scan every
One
year.
year of touring
Yeah.
equals this much brain damage.
How much brain damage do you get from headbanging? Actually, I find that like even on, because we do tour and play a lot of shows, every once in a while there'll be a rare occasion where I don't drink anything, but I still rock out. And I still, it's not that you feel drunk, but you just feel like a little, I don't know, like dizzy or something. Like after a show.
That's just like the aura of like, that's the thing. Like people always talk about that playing live is, it's like a weird thing.
Dude, it's for fucking hour. My brain fucking sucks.
My gelatin brain, my ballistics jelly brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that like it's
A lot of sheer force.
man, just like the mix of like adrenaline and like
It's like you fought a bear.
it's like fun. It's like it's so much like it, that's why I think so many bands just keep going because
It's fun, yeah.
it's just fucking it's sick.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
can
get
imagine.
on stage and shred. It's like something you made. It's cool.
Especially if you're a
Being
band
suit.
that you are touring with a full crew and you're on like a nice bus. That would be dope as fuck. That'd be
Dude.
great.
So I'm peeping like people's Spotify, like when artists post their like streaming numbers. I'm
Yeah.
always interested to see that. And I saw like Beasts in Blacks. I was like, Jesus, like they are just like fucking dude, like 86 million.
Oh, damn.
So now, to put that in perspective, Dark Tranquility, big band, 17.
Oh, wow.
Beast
Yeah.
in Black, 86. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
These boys are
Well,
rock
they've
stars.
been on some huge fucking tours because we did the tour
Yeah.
with them, which was their headlining tour. And I think that was their first time in North America. And then they did Nightwish, and that was like small arenas, large
Dude, the
convention
tour
centers or
they're
whatever.
on now with Nightwish is
Oh,
like,
yeah. That's crazy.
the
That's dope
footage
as
is
fuck.
nuts. Those guys must be so fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Good
that'd
job,
be dope as
guys.
fuck.
You did
Nice
it.
work. Your boys.
And I do appreciate the fact that, like, you know, as much as Beast in Black is a bit like dancey metal, the
I like
singer,
dancing.
the singer wails.
Yeah.
The guitars shred. It's there's a little bit of like trancey dance stuff in there that's not like super like if you're like a cult metal dude, you're like, ugh. But like it's fucking sick. It
It's
shreds
pretty
hard
sick.
as fuck, and it's like, man, I'm glad that there's people like who are into that. That's good.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the more
dope.
people who like Beast in Black, the more people who are going to be interested in like sort of this classic style of heavy metal. I think. So, keep on keeping doing it.
Keep the dream alive,
doing it,
boys.
man.
And our boys, Unto Others, also shredding.
Also shredding. Yeah, I was talking to Gabe today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, had lots to say. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after because we're talking industry secret insider shit. You know, you know, because we're trying to figure out what we want to do for our next album. We're like, should we work with a label? Should we?
We'll do a poll on the Patreon.
Yeah.
You'll decide what we do.
Yeah, sign up for the Patreon and you can decide.
You decide what label
Yeah, it's
deal
like
we
a
take.
choose your own adventure,
Yeah.
but with a band and 5 lives.
It's like Bandersnatch.
intertwined.
Bandersnatch of the Netflix Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah.
Does Stryker take this deal or stay independent or this other deal? Who knows? Does Stryker drink the faster than lager or do they drink the Hellion lager?
Yeah, man. Like,
You chose poorly.
Well,
Game over.
we'll see. I mean, so we've been an independent band for the last like,
Ish.
what?
Been a while.
6
20
years,
15? Was that it?
7 years.
It was after
crazy.
City of Gold came out, and then we're like, "Yo, fuck you, we're
Yeah.
out, peace."
We're like, we're gonna try. Oh, leave the cam. Leave the cam.
Oh,
yeah.
were you eating some snow?
Oh yeah, just getting out in the snow.
Oh, you're nice and wet.
Sorry for this Leela break here.
Oh,
yeah. Spray it all over the place. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, so we've been an independent band for a long time, and like, you know, part of that's due to like we're lucky, like in places like Sweden and stuff. There's like a lot of grant potential for funding from arts.
Thanks, Trudeau.
Arts funding in Canada, and they have that in another place like Sweden, and I'm
do,
sure
yeah.
other.
Sweden's a big one. Finland probably.
Yeah.
Norway probably.
I mean,
the
that's
cool
why so many.
countries.
That's so many like bands and musicians come out of there because you get support. So it's like we haven't had to rely on an album like or a label to like help us pay for shit, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like being a good musician and also being rich are like not
mutually exclusive.
Yeah,
Pick
it's
one.
like so it's like it's pretty hard to be like a full-time welder making tons of money and then also
Yeah.
have time to do everything you need to do to be in a band, right? Like, so
Beer's
we've
delicious.
it is good, but we've been lucky enough to have that support, so we haven't had to rely on a label to front us money to print albums and vinyls and whatever we need to do. But it is getting to the point where we're wondering, like,
This is a lot of work.
This is a lot. It is a lot of work, and like as things scale up, it's like, man, how much of this shit, you know, could we outsource to a label so we don't have to do it? So we'll see. The deal has to be right, though.
Yes.
Has to be a right deal.
Just yesterday, which I think the work is a little bit different post-COVID compared to pre-COVID, just due to what we're doing and how we're doing it. But I mean, like, fuck, I was trying to send a wire and it took like fucking like 2.5 hours. It's just like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. This is terrible.
Just to send money? It's
Yeah.
like I'm literally just trying to get rid of my money.
I'm trying to get rid of our money and it's just not working. It's just like, oh my God. Why is this so difficult? But it's like, everything you do is like that. It's like, oh, you want to get a work visa? Welcome to hell.
Fill out this fucking... It's like in Futurama with the guy who's like the bureaucrat or
Yeah,
whatever, like
yeah.
the bureaucracy.
You forgot to dot your I. Denied.
Yeah, it's just like, man, come on. Can we streamline this? Get the AI in here.
Yeah,
The
where's
AI
the
could
AI?
just crawl through the
Oh, it'd be
records
perfect.
of the internet and just be like, yeah, this is a band, so let them in.
They are a band.
They are a band. They're
None
not-
of them have any criminal
Yeah.
bullshit. Let them in. Fuck it.
Yeah, get the AI to scrub my fucking...
They're a registered business. Fuck it. Let them in.
Let them in. Come
Well,
on,
yeah, it was
man.
funny because like when we went to the U.S. last time, we probably mentioned this. Simon used to have a green card in the U.S. and
Yeah.
for some reason it was
'Cause he's-
still on their records as him being like a permanent resident or something.
Yeah.
And so like he's in our work visa application, and then it got red flagged, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, the person in your application already has a green card, so you can either remove them from your application so that they don't get this work visa," which by the way he needed because he doesn't have it anymore because he hasn't
Yeah.
lived there for like 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Or and they're just like, "Yeah, well, the guy that's in your application has a green card. He doesn't need this." It's like, you fucking idiot! What? Check your goddamn records again.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, and it's funny because like a lot of that stuff is like it's so important to us, but then it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a file on someone's desk.
You're
and they're
some
just like-
bureaucrat?
they're just like
Some minimum
No.
wage bureaucrat.
It's-
not
yeah.
even paying attention.
some like autofill thing didn't go well, and they're just like, nah, this is not. Dude,
Just throw it in the garbage.
like,
Fuck
what
it.
the
This is too much work.
Fuck. Yeah, that's some bullshit. But yeah, let's get the AI in there to fucking fix all that. Like, think about how many government jobs AI
Yeah.
could just fucking remove.
I've heard
All
that
of taxes.
doctors, lawyers, and accountants are like the big three white collar jobs that are on the chopping block from AI. So like I've heard a lot
Accounting for sure.
over the last like 5 years about how AI is way better at like detecting diseases and issues from like medical imaging.
Oh,
so if
for
it has
sure.
like an X-ray or like some kind of scan or whatever, the AI will be like, "Oh yeah, you have cancer," but a human doctor might not recognize it, and the human doctors are like way worse at it.
Oh,
It's
for
like,
sure.
Get the fucking AI in
Yeah.
there, bro. Get the computers.
Dude, I mean, I think that happens a lot where, like, I mean, a doctor might.
Maybe they're hungover that day. I just assume everyone's always drunk or hungover. Could be both.
Well, I mean, like, even doctors are like, you know, if you're really concerned about your health, they might just be like, hypochondriac, nothing wrong with you. But then you're just like, bro, what? Like, there is something. And like, it's like when we were in Victoria and our pals were saying, like, they don't even have doctors.
Yeah.
There's not enough doctors in Victoria for everybody to have one. So like they're just like, well, I'll just go without a doctor, go on a list, wait 7 years, get a family doctor.
That blows. That
Maybe.
blows.
And it's like, okay, well, just hope you never get sick or have any fucking problems or whatever. It's just like,
My
what the hell?
I've had a family doctor like my entire life, and I can always just call him and be like, "Yo, give me a doctor appointment," and then I usually get one in like the next couple days,
That's pretty good.
which has always been nice. I think he's like off on Christmas vacation or something because I tried to book an appointment.
He's
But
in Puerto Vallarta, bro.
yeah, but it's just like, damn, dude, I can't imagine, like, especially in the States or something, and you just not have access to that. It's like, oh, should I go to the doctor? I don't know. It's gonna cost
I'm
me
having
$500.
chronic pain, but I don't know
Yeah.
what I should do
It's
about
like,
it.
that might cost me
sucks.
some money. I don't know if I should go. It's like, man, but that's fucked.
Should I invest in
Yeah.
figuring out if I'm going to die or not? That's crazy.
I could go to the doctor, or I could go party with my friends this weekend. Which one? I'll probably just hang out with my friends.
I'll probably buy a new fucking whatever Xbox instead.
Yeah, I'll buy a new Xbox, and hopefully I just feel better.
Fuck yeah. I think we've reached maximum capacity. All right, guys. Don't forget, sub to the Patreon. You want to hear more? What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the crazy.
We're going to talk
shit.
about drinking these
We're
next
gonna
3
talk
beers
about
here.
going crazy. Tim's going to lap me on the beers, I think.
Yeah. This is my dinner.
Shred! All right, peace out, guys. I'm going to put in gun sound effects here. I'm going to put in a bunch of gun sound